Hello and welcome back to another video. This is World Rally Championship on the Sony PlayStation 2. This is another fantastic rally game. That's definitely not the handbrake. Oh, I think we've got a problem. What is the handbrake then? Oh, what's the new one? What was the handbrake? R2. Probably not the R2. We'll have to find out. Should have prepared more. I reckon it's R2. I felt like handbrake. Trying to pull this back. No, this is the finish. It's a shocker. 5 seconds down. So yeah, didn't help. I don't think. With not knowing which button was the handbrake. So what you may have noticed, apart from the fact I can't play a rally game very well whilst talking, is that, and I'm not sure if this is actually the way when you watch rallying, because it's been a while since I've watched it, but when they call out the numbers on this game, the severity of the corner is greater the higher the number. And previous to playing this, all the rally games I've played, it was the opposite way, so that's a bit of a strange thing. But graphically this game is absolutely gorgeous. The only downside to it really, I think, is the long load times. And I never actually had this one back in the day. I had the sequel, which is a completely different animal. And is nowhere near as accessible as this particular one, which hopefully, I've got the handbrake button down. You can't see me, that's me grabbing the box, although I've changed the control scheme, so probably this is not going to help. That's how long the loading times are. There is actually time to go through the manual.
3, 2, 1.
It's handbrake circle, but I'm sure I've got it on R2. I think we're about to find out.
50, very low, hairpin right, over crane.
That feels like handbrake to me. Yeah, that's a handbrake. Definitely. Handbrake confirmed.
Right 3, 50, right 3, into very low, left 4, tighten. 50, right 2, into left 2, and right 3, over crest, into right 4, and left 5. 50, low, right 4, tighten.
some damage. Oh, definitely going to lose some damage. Oh, I forgot what I said. It definitely disabled into a wall. Gear ratio is definitely too low for me, that. So yeah, this is the sort of game when you're making a video, the talking is going to be in between the gameplay. Although the majority of the sections, they're not long, they're only a few minutes, as you can probably see. I used to be obsessed with replays in racing games, especially during the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era. I just think it's mental. You can actually play in this one. I will change the views in the next race. I suppose it used to look better than it looks now. Times have changed, but I do fondly remember watching especially the original Gran Turismo. But even games like Demolition Derby, even Wipeout to some extent, you know, the replays are fascinating to me. So it looks like, where am I now? In second place behind Tommy Mackinnon. Oh, another track in the snow. It really doesn't start you off well, does it? I'm definitely going to have to go medium. Now it's going to turn out it's going to be really snowy, and I would have been a lot better off with spikes. Probably should have read the description. I'll risk it for a biscuit, I think. I feel I can make it through. So I did, chose the Subaru Impreza. That was my car of choice here, although I was debating using the Mitsubishi Evo. Happy behind the wheel of either car, to be honest. Yeah, it's quite amazing how much loading this game has to do, but the graphics for the year of release of this game, I think it was, I'll tell you, 2001. So it was a pretty early PlayStation 2 game.
3, 2,
Right, let's see what we can do.
50, all left 3. Over Craig, 50, right 2. 50, left 3. Into all right 3. 50, left 2. Into right 2. 100, left 2. Into left 3. And right 3. Into left 3. 50.
Yeah, I have to get different views. Here we go. I don't like this. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's happening? Oh god. Unfortunately, I couldn't cope with any of those other views. Spectators, watch out. Oh shit. Go, 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 go. Well, I reckon I would have about wrote the car off there at the end, but it didn't feature that, which was pleasing to see. I'm not sure if this is a lot of sort of licensed music. Probably is. I remember that time before licensed music. Do you remember when licensed music seemed like a really cool thing? I think the first game I ever remember that had like a really amazing licensed music soundtrack on the PlayStation 2. It probably was like Burnout 3 or something. I remember it being a big thing. I mean, the first one I really remember was Rock and Roll Racing on like the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo, but obviously things went a long way from there. So this is more, what are we looking at? The weather, the snow, surface asphalt. So we'll start at 5 in the afternoon. So you don't need, you'd be alright with dry tyres. You don't need spikes. Of course, you know, these days I suppose it's all about licensed soundtrack, but back then it was a novel thing. I remember when I got my original Xbox and I found out the difference between that and the PS2 was you could, you know, rip a load of your CDs to the hard drive and then sit there playing Tiger Woods Golf while listening to like U2, Joshua Tree, or Pink Floyd, you know, Dark Side of the Moon or something. It was pretty surreal, I think. And obviously for game developers, you know, I guess initially paying the music rights wasn't so bad. Nowadays I guess it's a lot more, but they didn't have to be concerned about making their own music, did they? I mean, Wipeout obviously had a licensed soundtrack, but the music was so suited to the game it was almost believable that it was just developed for the game.
3, 2,
Anyway, back on with the rallying.
go. 50 left 4. Into home right 4. 50 over crest. 100 right 5. 50 long hairpin left. 50 over crest. Into long right 4. 50 hairpin left. Over crest. Into hairpin right. Nose cut.
Funk.
50 left 3. 50 over crest. Into long left 4.
Imagine the first video they show, someone shows you of this game and it's just like gloomy, snowy. You're thinking, oh, this is quite a depressing game, like, you know, where's the African sunshine? And,
50 hairpin left.
well, I'll tell you what,
50 over
it
crest.
still looks pretty good.
Right 5.
Snow's coming in now.
50 over crest. 50 right
Either that or coronavirus is kicking in.
150 left 2.
Let's stick to the game.
Right 2. Into left 4. And
Oh
right
my
4.
god.
50 left 2. 150 right 3.
Oh, you can make yourself look good in this game, I think.
50 right 4. Into left 4. Into right 5. 50 left 4.
My god.
100 long hairpin right. 50 left 5. 100 hairpin right.
Oh, got way too early.
Hairpin left. Into hairpin right. 50 very long left 4. 50 caution right 5. Into long left 4. 50 right 4. Into hairpin left.
Oh, oh, oh. don't think we're getting out of this car alive.
And left 5. 50, left 3. Into long, hairpin right. And long, left 4. And finish.
Well, I think the damage would be quite severe to the vehicle at this point. What's that music?
3, 2, 1.
Got a bit of
go.
an African theme to it. But anyway, yeah, the replay mode is pretty good on this game. Alas, I don't need the time to go and do anything because I've got everything I need around me. So, stage 4 results. It's a shame I've not been able to go anywhere with any sunshine. We're at 10 AM start, so maybe this is the time. Maybe now we're going to get some sunshine. You've got to go long because you've had enough, otherwise it's not enough power. I think at this time, 2001 was when the cars, I mean, I don't know the current rules of rallying, but I think the cars were restricted to 300 brake horsepower, 2 litre turbocharged engines. And I think this is actually around the time that I went to Wales and watched the World Rally Championship. That might have been 2002, 2003. Pretty amazing. Though I'm not sure if we actually fitted in with the rally crowd with all their sort of, they'd got briefcases full of technology and we'd got crates of beer, so I think there was some sort of gap between the thinking of being there, but yeah, it was pretty incredible. I got it, Sonny. Put your shades on.
3, 2, 1, go. 100, long, right 4. 50, left 4. 50, left 3. Over track. 50, hairpin right.
Oh,
Into long, hairpin left.
wasn't good. No, what's that? Oh no.
50, long, left 3. 50, caution. Into hairpin right. Into hairpin left.
Oh my. Nearly went over the barrier.
Right 4. Into left 4.
Still got to pop.
100, left 2.
See what I can do. Watch that wheel.
Left 3.
Ooh,
Over crest. 50, long,
might do a
hairpin
tracking, looks
right.
good. Oh dear.
50, very long, left 4.
Breaking the physics engine now.
50, right 4. Into long, left 4. 50, long, right 4.
A degree of role playing when you have to drive well
50, very long, hairpin right.
to avoid the limitations of the game engine
50,
becoming
left
apparent.
4. 50, very
This is
long,
one of those
right
games.
3. 100,
Beautiful
long,
lighting.
left 4. 50, right 3. Into left 3.
Right, so cool uphill.
50, over crest. Into left 4. 50, right 3. Into right 4. 50, left 3. Into hairpin right. 100, long, left 3. left 4.
Oh man. That has not done the front axle much good. The handbrake's picking up grip now. Oh, still just managing to get first place there. So that's got to be it. Surely it's the end of the championship. We don't know. That's the final rally results, and the winner of the rally, Monte Carlo. That is Jesmy. I don't know what language that is, it's probably not any. But congratulations are in order. So if you made it all the way through to the end of the video, if you send a stamped, addressed envelope to the address in the description, you'll receive a certificate, and possibly in the future some sort of statue will be erected in your memory. So that's it for now. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll catch you soon.